lovely colouring friends, my name is Amanda and this is my channel Amanda Colours. So today I am going to be playing along with the Disney tag that was originated created by Minnie Rach, and it actually started a number of months ago, but I have just been tagged in it by my lovely friend Megan from Disney Meg's Colours, sorry. And so I thought it would be fun to play along. And basically the idea is that I answer a whole bunch of Disney related questions while I colour, and it just sounds like a whole lot of fun. So before I get started, I would like to keep the fun going, and I am going to tag Pixie from Pixie's Projects, and also who else should I tag? Sarah from Chronic Colouring Down Under, another Aussie YouTuber. You should totally check her out. I will have links to their channels in the bio, in the description. And ladies, if you haven't already done this tag, I'm not sure if you have or not, yeah, feel free to play along because it's going to be a lot of fun. So the book I am going to be colouring in while we chat is the Disney, sorry, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit today. I'm not feeling the best. My allergies are really quite bad, and my fibromyalgia is also playing up today, so I'm in quite a lot of pain and have quite bad brain fog. But I really wanted to do this and try and distract myself, so let's see how we go. So the book that I will be colouring in is the Disney Alphabet book by Hachette Heroes, the Art Therapy one, and I only just got this a couple of weeks ago and have been colouring in it for Disney Meg's Colourings ABC prompt that she does each month. Last month was the letter A, and she also coloured this along with some other people, and I coloured this one, A for Aurora, and this month her prompt is the letter P, so I will be colouring Pinocchio for that. And Megan is also colouring this, as well as anyone else who wants to colour along. But you can also just colour any book that or anything. So sorry, I'm not explaining very well. The guidelines for the prompt is that you can colour any book that starts with the letter P, anything by an illustrator who starts with the letter P, any medium that starts with the letter P, or any subject on a page that starts with the letter P. So I know the Northern Hemisphere is going into fall and autumn and pumpkin season, so there should be lots of P things for you to colour. And for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere going into spring, there's still lots of things that we can find to colour, and characters are an easy way to do it. So anyway, I have babbled on long enough, except that now I need to explain what I'm doing. So I'm not going to be able to get this whole page finished on screen. I do really want to do some longer videos where I do complete a page, but at the moment I'm just struggling a bit with my health, so I need to do what's best around that. But today I'm going to try and at least get the base down for the main characters. I really like in these books that you can see the background has much finer line work, and the foreground and main characters have thicker line work. And so what I have decided to do in this book, and I did it for the Aurora page, is to do the background just in pencil, and then the foreground characters I base in alcohol markers and then add detail with pencil. So that's what I'll be doing again today for Pinocchio, but I will probably only get the alcohol ink base done. So I might zoom you in. And this book is quite tricky actually to film with because it's opens vertically. Excuse me for sniffling. I will try to keep that under control. Okay, so I will be using my Copic Chow markers, and yes, so I'll be using my Copic Chow markers, and I'm going to start with his hat, and this color is Buttercup Yellow. So when I'm basing anything in alcohol marker, which is something I've only just started doing, and I'm really enjoying adding the pencil on top. But when I'm basing something in alcohol marker, I choose one of the lighter colors that I want for that section or that object, and then add in shadow and detail with the pencils. And I just find that that's a good way to do it. And with alcohol markers, it's all about how long and how much of the marker is touching the paper and for how long. That will determine how dark or how like juicy it is. So you can see in here I haven't really left the pen on for as long, but that's fine because I'm going to go in with pencil on top of that. All right, let's start with the questions. So question 1 is, what is your favorite Disney movie? Well, my favorite Disney movie would probably have to be Mary Poppins, I would say. I just love Julie Andrews, and I love musicals. And I just remember as a kid just thinking how magical that movie was when, you know, they jump through the chalk drawings, and when the carousel horses jump off the carousel. Like, I just used to think it was incredible. I loved it so much. And in regards to like a newer Disney movie, I would probably say that Luca would be one of my favorites. I think it's such a cute movie. And I just love the father with his big moustache and his big eyebrows, and you kind of can't see his face. I think he's really cute. Yeah, so Luca. Just trying to find a color for his shorts. So some of these colors might not be exact, but we can fix that with pencils. Okay, question number 2. My favorite Disney character. That, without doubt, is Winnie the Pooh. I love him so much. He's just so sweet and so kind and very like muddled in the head, but he comes out with these beautiful, beautiful sayings, phrases, almost like words of wisdom. And I just find them really encouraging, and they speak to me a lot. And he's just so cute. He loves his honey, and, you know, he's really content in being himself, and he's patient with his friend Piglet, who has severe anxiety, and his sweet friend Eeyore, who, you know, is quite depressed. I relate to quite a few of the characters in Winnie the Pooh, actually. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Him so much. Yeah, I also really like Merida from Brave. I think that might be a bit of a, not controversial, but I think there's a lot of people who, you know, she's not their favorite because she's not a pretty princess girly girl. But I think that's what I like about her. I like that she is strong and she's brave. I also have Scottish heritage, so I love that the whole story, you know, is based in Scotland and has part of Scottish folklore. But yeah, Merida, and I love her hair. And I actually have a friend in real life who has gorgeous long red curly hair, and I just think it's beautiful. Number 3 is your favorite Disney princess. Well, my favorite Disney princess would have to be Ariel. She is, I just wanted to be her when I was a little girl because my 2 favorite things were to swim and to sing, and she does both of them. So I really enjoyed The Little Mermaid, and she's my favorite princess. And again, she has red hair, and I've always loved red hair. I don't know why, I just always have. Yeah, so Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. And I'm trying to base out the wood here, but I don't think I have chosen quite the right color. But again, that's okay, we can kind of fix it up with pencil. It's another reason why I like coloring this way, since I have first started doing it. It just, it can get really great results, and it's pretty forgiving when it comes to mistakes and slightly wrong colors and that sort of thing. So if you haven't tried it, let me know if you think you'd like to try it, or if you have tried it and love it or have thoughts about it, let me know in the comments. I will say though that the paper in this book is very, very thirsty, and it really sucks up the ink out of your markers, which means you kind of go through a lot of ink. Oh dear, I just realized I didn't put anything under my page, and it has gone through to Pocahontas. That's not good. I will be right back. Yes, so brain fog when it comes to fibromyalgia is real, my friends. I have never been so forgetful and not absent-minded, but just having trouble thinking and concentrating ever in my life. It has just been a huge adjustment. Oh dear. Okay, let's keep going. Let's do his bow next. Number 4, an underrated Disney movie. That's a very good question. I remember as a kid really loving Rescuers Down Under, because I thought it was just amazing that Disney knew about Australia. Underrated Disney movies. I'm really not sure. I'm just going to have to go with Rescuers Down Under. Or maybe Luca, because I really love it, but I hardly hear anybody talking about it. It doesn't seem to be, you know, much about it in the Disneyverse. So yes, I will say Luca again here too. Okay. Number 5, opinions on Marvel and Star Wars. Well, I only very recently watched Star Wars, all the Star Wars movies for the first time. I think it was maybe 3 years ago. Because, yeah, I just didn't grow up watching them. And I really liked them. I watched them in release order. And I wouldn't say, you know, that I'm a fanatical Star Wars fan or anything like that, but I do quite like the movies, and all the little spin-off things that they have. A really good friend and I watched The Mandalorian together, or the Mandalorian, as we sometimes call it, seeing my name is Amanda. And I really love Grogu and Mando. And I really have no opinions at all about the fact that Disney, you know, that it's part of the Disney world, like the Disney franchise, whatever now. And same with Marvel. I really don't have any opinion about that at all. But I do also like some of the Marvel movies. I've never really been big into them. But I've seen a few of them. I haven't seen all of them. And yeah, they're pretty cool. They're fine. There's something different to watch when I want something different to watch. Yeah, so that's my opinion. My least favorite Disney movie. I actually have a few. And ironically, one of them is Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio as a character. I love, is it Figaro? Is that his name? And I love Jiminy Cricket. But I really don't like those Fox Weasel characters. And I really don't like the whole section of the movie where, you know, he runs off with the boys in the carnival and they turn into donkeys, and that has just always really disturbed me, and I really, really don't like it. I really don't like anything like witchy or anything like that, so I've not watched Maleficent. I'm not into villains, anything like that. But the other Disney movie that I don't like is Fantasia. I don't know, it's just really long. It's kind of boring, and kind of weird in a lot of sections too, that in a way that I just don't like. Like, I can watch weird things. I'm a creative person. I like art house movies and, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know, there's something about Disney weird that sometimes is too much. So they're my least favourite Disney movies. My favourite Renaissance movie. So the Disney Renaissance period is between 1989 and 1999, which was like my prime Disney watching years. So there's quite a few movies in there that I really love, but I would have to say that my favourite is The Little Mermaid. My second favourite would be Beauty and the Beast. And I also really loved Aladdin with Robin Williams. So you can see the nib is drying out because this paper is so thirsty. I'm going to have to get some more Copic refills, I think. Yeah, I really liked Robin Williams as the genie. Yeah, so my favourite sidekick. My favourite sidekick would probably be Pascal. I just think he's so cute. He's got so much like sass and attitude, but he's super cute, and I love that he changes colour. I love his big boggly eyes. Yeah, I really like Pascal. Number 9. Wow, we're getting through this quickly. If you were a character in Encanto, what ability do you think you would have? So I don't know if this means abilities that are actually in the movie or just any ability. If it was just any ability, it would have to be something to do with creativity and being able to instantly create things, or maybe instantly add color to things. I think that would be pretty cool. But if it was, if it means one of the abilities that are in the actual movie, I think I'd like to be able to cook things that can heal people. I've suffered with a lot of sickness in my life, and in my family actually. My father passed away from motor neurone disease, or in America it's called ALS. And my stepfather is currently dying from Parkinson's disease. We don't know how much longer he has with us. He really is in the end stages. And that's really, really hard. And it would be great to be able to just cook something and have him eat it, and he'd be all better. Yeah, that would be good. So for the black areas, I'm actually going to base it in a really dark brown, blue. This is called agate. And it just means that when I add black, it kind of just lifts the black a bit when I add the pencil. It's not as solid and dark as black, and it allows you to kind of just add more dimension. It's pretty dark, so it's not far from black, but it just helps. And I will do the same with his hair. So the last question is, have you been to Disney World? The short answer is no. To expand on that, I live in Australia. I have been to the US, but I have not been to any of the Disney parks. I have also not been to Disney parks outside of the US. But for a long time, like maybe 20 years or so, there have been these rumors going around through the media that Disney is looking to build a park in Australia. First it was going to be somewhere in Sydney, but the most recent I heard was they were going to build it somewhere in South Australia, which seems like a very odd choice. But if they do build one, it'd be pretty cool to be able to go and see it. I mean, South Australia is 2 states away, and it's kind of like traveling from, I don't know, Kansas to Texas or something like that. But yeah, it'd be cool to have one in Australia. I don't know if they would do it, differently, have like Australian themed things as well as the Disney things. I don't know, but that would be pretty cool. So I'm going to do Figaro in the same blue because he is black and white. So that's all of the Disney questions. I hope you found that interesting. And again, I would like to tag Pixie from Pixie's Projects and Sarah from Chronic Colouring Down Under. So if you ladies haven't done the tag, please go ahead and tag me in your videos so I can see. And if anyone else just wants to play along, you're more than welcome to do that too. But yeah, what else shall I talk about? So I am only very new to YouTube. I only started on the 30th of June. And I've really been enjoying it. And I've been blown away by just how lovely the adult colouring community is. I've been a part of a few online communities. I used to blog back when blogging was a big popular thing. Well, actually, I started before it was a big popular thing. And made some really great friends through that. Some friends that I still have, actually. And I'm already making some great friends through colouring, which is wonderful. But yeah, the video before this one, I shared a whole bunch of tips that I have learned along the way. So if you also have a YouTube channel, feel free to check that out. You may find it helpful. Some little tips and tricks. Sorry, I just had to pause for a moment then. Yeah, so check out that video if you are wanting to find out some tips and tricks that might just make making your videos a little bit easier, a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more, I don't know, professional if that's what you're going for, a little bit more aesthetic, all that kind of thing. And I have some fun videos planned for coming up. I can't remember what her face looks like. Oh well, I will have to sort that out later. Yeah, so I did mention before that I have fibromyalgia. I was just diagnosed with that a few months ago, but it has been years that I've been unwell and in a lot of pain, and it has just taken all that time to do all the tests and for doctors to kind of decide that that's what it is. It's a very, very difficult condition to diagnose because you can't just do a blood test and it shows up. But basically, it is a condition that is often brought on by extreme stress, and it is different for everyone, and there are literally combinations of hundreds of symptoms that can combine for one person. But for me particularly, it leaves me, I have just the most extreme fatigue. Doesn't matter how much I sleep, how long I'm in bed, how much I rest. I am constantly, completely exhausted. I have a lot of pain all over my body. It moves and it changes. Sometimes it's sharp pain, sometimes it's dull aching, sometimes it feels like muscular pain, other times it feels like it's pain in the bone. Yeah, it's not fun. I get a lot of inflammation. I have extreme weakness. Some days I find it difficult to raise my arms, or, you know, to hang washing up, or wash my... Sorry, he's gonna bark. Or wash my hair. And I get a lot of pins and needles too. Sometimes I can't feel my fingers, which means I can't really colour because I can't feel what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm not trying to, you know, have a pity party. But this is part of what I am dealing with every day. And my sweet friend Sarah from Chronic Colouring has just been diagnosed with the same condition. So yeah, it's really sad to hear that she's also suffering. And lots of people are going through things at the moment. But yeah, we have our colouring and it brings us joy, and it's really important to keep those things in your life when you're going through a lot. It's really important to keep those things. Anyway, I feel like I'm being a bit of a downer. I'm really sorry about that. I guess it's just the mood I'm in today or something. Sorry about the bus going past. It's really hot in the room that I film in, so I've got the door open and I think it's adding some extra noise. But anyway, let's finish on a good note. What can we talk about? Well, colouring is fun. This is fun. I will have to finish it off screen because I am just done. I need to go and rest. But yeah, I do hope that, until I kind of became Debbie Downer, I do hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my Disney answers. Thank you for tagging me, Megan. And yeah, I will post the completed page on my Instagram, which is amanda.colours, colours with a U. And yeah. Thanks so much for watching and spending this time with me. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you next time. Bye.